This video is the last video scheduled for December. I made this channel to store some of my personal videos that I made regarding the illegal institutionalization imposed on me by probation officers. I have been institutionalized throughout the videos and would not have wasted my time making them otherwise. Officers have opened an institutional self on me as a member of the public with no regard for my life or future, then have proceeded with mortification of the self. The officers have spent over 15 years creating an institutional self. They have done whatever they want to me and at my expense. I have had my entire sex drives pulled out, my ability to get power or flirt with women, my entire sense of emotions or feelings. They eventually re-imprinted or reprogrammed my sex drives into homosexuality, my main drives in life into suicide, and my family background into substance misuse. This institutional self cost me an education, employment, and also many years of my youth in a mindless state. I have been forced into humiliating and degrading acts and forced to endure severe pressures in society. Officer influence on me whilst in a robotic state eventually left me criminalized with my life ruined. This situation with the NPS has now developed into one of the worst cases in the country for gross misconduct within the National Probation Service. National Probation Officer have kept full possession of me in a robotic state for years, and I'll be honest, this has been hell every single day. They have decharactered my entire life and used the process as a torture device. It's serious misconduct and is an imprisonable crime. To use a human being in a robotic state to be humiliated and forced into obscene and degrading acts is one of the most inhumane things I've ever seen. Keeping possession of somebody to use as a punch bag or in a mindless state to torture is an imprisonable offense.
My life has been wrecked for 15 years and I've been severely tortured for 7 years. I've never been in a sexual relationship, married or bought a home. The torture I have endured is sickening. If SYP, South Yorkshire Police, gave me a resettlement plan 13 years ago, or 15 years ago preferably, I would have bought a home. Officers used me as a punch bag to humiliate for my entire 20s instead. Therefore, I will never buy a home, I will never get a mortgage and never buy a home of my own. So this is a home that I would have bought 13 years ago had officers not wrongfully or unlawfully institutionalised somebody without a resettlement plan.
Breaches of the standards of professional behaviour. Misconduct in public office. Unlawful access or disclosure of information. and willful neglect. I am on full knowledge the police have full responsibility to make the mandatory arrests and if the sentencing is not affirmed. At very minimum the officers lose their jobs. I cannot get any justice for the years of torture, but at least the offending officers cannot commit these crimes again, and it keeps the public safe. I do not have any knowledge of the system or how it works, nor have any power in the system to prompt justice for myself or others. For this reason, I am in full knowledge that the problem is with the South Yorkshire Police.